What up? This is Jay Hicks. I'm on the Jay All Day podcast. Check her out. She's dope.
Mic check, mic check. Give me a mic check.
Mic check, mic check.
Perfect. What's cracking? What's popping? It's your host from the West Coast, Jenna, aka Jay All Day. I got a guest with me. Introduce yourself.
How you doing? My name's Jay Hicks, or Jason Hicks.
He has lots of names. We'll get to it though. This episode is powered by Top Cut Farms for all your cannabis needs. I'm still loving that lime skunk, by the way, so look that up. It's some good stuff, let me tell you that much. You know how we do it. We got to get into the new snack alert. Do you like Kit Kats?
I rock with Kit Kats.
I do too, and they've been coming out with different flavors, and like
Ooh.
birthday cake came out. We talked about that on the last podcast, and there's been strawberry, and then there's like Japanese flavors, or it's like green tea. And did you know that?
No. They got green tea?
They got green tea. You just gotta go certain places for it. They got plum flavored Kit Kats, all that.
I'm searching.
The newest one though, that's gonna be out in states here, probably select places, but most likely Walmart, Safeway. Apple pie Kit Kats.
Oh yeah. I'm
That's
going
lit,
there.
right?
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it either. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna try those.
So I have a question though.
Yeah.
Do we stop? Is that for me to like replace that with my apple pie when I come to Thanksgiving dinner?
Oh no, you
Just
can't.
kidding.
You just gotta both hands. You can never replace the apple pie. Is that your go-to pies?
It is.
That's like your number one pie.
Apple pie. What is it? What's the one? Oh man.
What? Pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie, red velvet,
No.
rhubarb,
Man.
boysenberry, pecan.
I can't even think of it.
Damn, how
Man.
many pies you gonna make?
I got
Boston cream pie,
No,
banana
it's
cream pie, cheesecake.
cheesecake.
Oh, really?
I can't think of it. Like
God.
if it ain't apple pie, it's cheesecake.
Any kind of particular cheesecake?
Just like the regular one with just plain cheesecake.
I like cheesecake with strawberries on top.
Oh no, strawberries is lit, whatever like
that's
that.
it,
But
okay.
like sometimes they have like some
Or like
exo-
chocolate cheesecake.
Yeah,
or
I've
something.
seen some
Yeah.
exotic cheesecakes, and I was like, nah,
I
I
don't
just
like
need
it
to stick to the straight
Yeah,
cheesecake. Keep it
Same.
simple.
same. I can
Yeah.
make a pretty good cheesecake actually.
I'm like, I'm gonna have to
Be
shut
the
out a
judge
couple
of
bucks
that.
to go ahead and let you, give me that.
I
you know?
got you.
I'm-
When's your birthday?
October 8th.
Okay, so I got some time.
Yeah,
For your
yeah.
birthday, if you remind me, I will make you cheesecake.
I appreciate that.
I like baking, so it's actually kind of fun for me
Oh,
too.
there we go.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a new snack alert. Look out for them. If you do try one, let me know. Hit me up on Instagram. Tag me in it. JAllDay87. You know how it goes. I think they're gonna be good. I think Kit Kat, the white Kit Kats, the white chocolate Kit Kats. Oh my god,
Well,
dangerous.
Kit Kat hasn't let me down since I was a kid, so I
Yeah.
have all the faith in them.
Facts.
Yeah.
There you go too. All right, so let's get it on and popping. So tell us about who you are, what you do, all that good stuff.
Man, sometimes it's hard to answer that question
I
because
know.
you're so spread so thin.
I know it's like
But,
a summary
right.
of your life.
No, but my name is Jason Hicks. I'm born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio. Came out to Seattle about 9 years ago.
Okay, it's been a minute then.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but I like travel a lot, so just actually being here and like basking into like the everything that's going on here, probably like the last 5 years maybe.
Okay.
Graduated from Walsh University back in Canton, Ohio. Went to Europe and played basketball a couple years over there. Came out here because I was going back and forth to LA for like some NBA workouts and everything.
Yeah.
And got into acting.
Go.
Started doing that and then just started creating things from there. Like had a couple national commercials out here.
Go. Which ones can you say?
I had a Ford commercial.
A what commercial?
Ford.
Ford commercial.
So I had a Ford commercial. I had a Apple commercial.
Oh really?
Yeah. Actually, it was so funny to.
Would we have seen them or not?
Probably so.
It's funny though because
yeah.
when you see those commercials, like I know people that are in commercials,
Yeah.
but you don't realize it's them because it's just like they're usually dressed hella different.
Exactly.
Like their faces are hella different.
Yeah.
So I maybe we did see it. Like how long ago did you do it?
This was like 5 years ago.
Okay.
I did that, and then right after that, I had to wait a little bit because after that, I had a T-Mobile commercial.
Oh, dope.
So T-Mobile commercial came about 3 years ago, maybe. Yeah, it was dope. It was like a region thing, and
Yeah.
it was like. So we had to act like I had like they had the commercial say switch to T-Mobile.
Yeah.
So I was sitting on the couch. I had to act like I was at a party,
Yeah.
and there were people around me and stuff, and they were saying like switch to T-Mobile. I had to act like I was excited about switching.
Yeah.
So they was like, oh, we got a party. So the director played some music, and all of us literally just stopped and looked at her. It was like, what is this we playing? So then like even the person who was like kind of directing us on set stopped and was like, "Hey, can we switch it up a little bit?" She put on "Turn Down for What." Oh, we was
really?
lit. So in the commercial,
Wait, so
you
is that
see
the
us.
song that they play on the
Yes,
commercial too?
you don't hear it in the commercial. You just see us like
Okay,
jumping up and down
yeah.
and stuff and going nuts. Like
That's funny.
that's what we were listening to.
Behind the scenes are so interesting. Like
Yeah.
even like during like sitcoms and shows, there's a live audience.
Yeah.
Like they'll actually prep the audience to be like during commercials or break times or whatever. Like they'll get the audience to like there's a DJ or whatever.
For sure.
Like
For sure.
you'll be there gigging.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
No, it was dope. So just did that and ended up creating created a tech company out here.
Okay.
You know, so we specialize.
What's the tech company?
It was called Bite Me.
Okay.
So we specialize in like SEO optimized websites and SEO work.
Dope.
So just started jumping in that, and then ended up selling that. So that was dope. Went from there and was running the nightlife over at Lucky Strike for a little bit.
Yeah,
and,
that's how we met.
yep,
pretty
that's
much.
how we met,
Uh-huh.
and went from that to now I'm at Amazon and.
Doing big things over there.
Yeah, a little bit, you know.
And you also do something with a magazine, right?
Yes.
So what's the
yes.
magazine and what do you do?
So created a magazine back in 2018. It's called Green Tea.
Uh-huh.
So it's spelled GRNTEA. It means gaming, restaurant, nightlife, technology,
Dope.
entertainment, arts.
Okay.
So we wanted to capture Seattle in a whole. It's myself, Noah Garut, and Joy Roxville. We just like 3 people that are not from here.
Uh-huh.
So we see Seattle in a different light.
Right.
Kind of like you in a sense
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So like we just wanted to captivate all the little gems about the city, and we each 3 have our own networks as far as like our reach and who we can talk to
Right.
and get with.
3 different people, you know other people, different things than, to partner with.
Absolutely,
So, yeah.
absolutely. So it's been great. We've had some dope people be a part of it. We had Dan Price, Doug Baldwin, Bobby Wagner, Cliff Averill, UW softball.
Shout out to Cliff. I miss Cliff.
Shout out to Cliff, my man Cliff. Shout out to B-Wag. Shout out to Doug. Yeah, so it's been great though. And right now we just landed the GM and part owner of the Storm, Miss Alicia V.
Oh, big.
Yeah, so,
and girl power, I like that.
Yes. We were super excited because we've been yearning for like a super dope
Yeah.
girl issue as far as like
Hell yeah.
like towards that. Our last big thing that we did that we shouted out to girls was UW softball. They weren't getting a lot of like love around here, but they were
When
like
did we ever get a lot
right,
of love in
and they were like
sports?
super awesome
Yeah,
because
always.
they had just played in the national championship
Hell
game
yeah.
on ESPN. So
And Storm,
yeah.
they stay good.
So Storm is so crazy because I was like pushing to do this. I was like, yo, we gotta get this, we gotta do this, gotta get the Storm.
Yeah.
And people were like, you kind of put the fillers out there, and people were like, well, we don't know, their reach, whatever. I said, well, you do know they are the winningest franchise in Seattle sports
on.
history.
For straight up,
The winningest franchise. They got 3
them alone
championship
holds it.
rings,
Uh-huh.
3 championship trophies. The next person has 1.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So like,
That's what's up.
yeah. So I'm
That
excited
bitch is
about that.
stand up.
Yeah.
I love that so much. So when does the issue come out?
So we're probably gonna drop it probably mid to late July.
Okay. Summer issue too.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
Right in the heart of like, I think they're about to start back up as well.
Uh-huh.
So they're doing a short season this year, obviously, like everybody else.
Right.
But the good thing about the WNBA, they had a meeting and whatnot, and they came to an agreement where they're going to get their full salary,
Oh, good.
and they're going to miss 14 extra games this year,
Right,
but they're still going to get their full salary.
And why not?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good, choice to make. And plus, it's like
Absolutely.
they already like athletes.
Yeah.
Their bodies are just. They just
Yeah.
get torn down. So this is a nice break. I feel like for them.
Oh yeah.
And I gives them time to train like they need to and rest the bones, and they're probably going to be extra excited to come back too. So
For sure.
I'm excited for the sports season to start, even if it is hella late. Like
Super excited.
I think that people will respect it more now too.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like
I went from watching that to watching cornhole. I was sitting at home one time and I was like, okay, cornhole is on ESPN.
yeah,
I was like, you know what? All right, let me just watch it. Let me stop being that. Because back home in all, like, that's huge.
is it?
Like, cornhole is like the thing to do.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's like the big.
Remind me what
backyard.
corner is with the.
It's with the bean bags.
Yeah,
And
okay,
all you
that's
do
what
is
I thought,
all you
yeah.
pretty much do is just take a wood thing, put a hole in
Yeah.
it, and lift it up, and
Right.
you just toss it back. Yeah.
But there's like some rules that I had no idea.
Yeah, it
I
definitely
mean,
is.
it's
like
not
it's
just
a point.
throwing
Yeah, it's a
some
point
shit.
system or
Yeah.
whatever like that.
The closer
but-
you get, or if you land next to it, it's kind
yeah.
of like darts, right?
Yep. And so I was like, all right, let me watch. And then right after that, when it went off, Air Bud came on, and I said, okay, you know what? I can't. I'm-
Basketball, but not basketball.
Hurry up,
Right.
sports.
Right. I think I'm with you. Everyone's been watching Space Jam over and over again because we wanted The Last Dance, though, couldn't have come out at a perfect time. Right.
It was so awesome.
That was Michael Jordan. Well, I wouldn't say it was just about Michael Jordan, but let's be real, it
This
was
is about
it was pretty much all about him. But it was a great series, I
Oh,
thought.
I loved
and
it.
I mean, I wasn't like a huge. I liked Jordan, but
Yeah.
like I really liked AI. Like that was my favorite
For
basketball
sure,
player.
for
So
sure.
I knew a lot about Jordan, but I didn't know some of the things that were dropped and about other players. I was like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
So it was really, if you haven't watched it, definitely try to watch it if you got, Xfinity or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's like it's not on ESPN and stuff, so they got the whole
Yeah.
10-part series now.
Yeah, and
Like it's
just-
super dope.
It is. I could watch that in one day.
Oh my god, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Just I look forward to every Sunday.
Yeah, I know. I
And I
still.
wore my J's.
Yeah.
I had a different pair, make sure I had a different pair of J's on every week, just
Yeah.
to like commemorate. Yeah,
I know. He's so smart for that too. Because the first thing that I thought was, all right, this is so Jordan. Like everyone's been kind of like, there's still some sneakerheads out there that love Jordans and will pay like a big price for
For sure.
Jordans, but I feel like it's died down a whole bunch because
Yeah.
there's all these other people making shoes and
Absolutely.
you got the Yeezys and you got all this other shit. But I think that he was like, okay, like maybe this will spark interest in Jordans again, because then I'm gonna tell you why they're so important, why they're numbered.
Absolutely.
I was like, I see what you're doing, Jordan. So I guarantee you that I was talking to one of the homies, and he was like, I want the ones, the red and
Yeah.
black ones, and I was like, they'll come back out now,
Fun
and it's
fact.
gonna be the like Last Dance edition,
Yes. Fun fact about the ones.
Huh.
His first pair of Jordans.
Yeah.
So there is before this came out, there was a series on not a series, it was a documentary on Netflix.
Uh huh.
I believe it's called it's essentially about the legend of Air Jordan 1,
okay.
AJ1.
Uh huh.
So his first pair of shoes, he wasn't allowed to wear those.
Yeah.
So and they had to rush to get that done, and he still wasn't allowed to wear those. So his first pair were actually Nikes.
Yeah.
So those were when he got with Air Jordan, they didn't have his actual shoes. So his
Right.
first I think the first couple games he introduced those to everybody.
Yeah.
When he won like the dunk contest and everything, those were actual Nikes,
That's funny.
and they had to like color it up and
Yeah,
put
yeah. That's
So
really crazy.
so it literally tells you that like in the documentary, when you think about it, you're like, oh shoot, he
Right.
was wearing Nikes for a minute.
Yeah, that's
and he
crazy.
finally got approved to wear those. He finally got those shoes approved, and
Yeah.
like they were Jordans.
Imagine Nike, like imagine them making that, just making that deal and then not knowing that it was just gonna be the deal of all time.
Right.
Like how crazy is
So
that?
crazy. And they show you all the things like how they created
Yeah.
Air Jordan
Yeah,
from just
yeah.
like how are we gonna say this? How are we gonna do
Right.
this? Yeah, so
And it was something so simple, but they they probably didn't think that it was gonna work the way it actually worked, and then next thing you know, $1 million,
right.
$1 billion,
The
you just,
simplicity of it is crazy.
and then you're gonna take those shoes and we're gonna re-release them for years and years after that and still make the same amount of money.
You know, I got,
Like,
I
that's
got
crazy.
3 pairs of the Concords of
Yeah.
the same color, the
Right.
Space Jam joints.
Exactly, it's crazy. It is crazy. So, anything else you want to mention before we move on to?
Oh, shout out to my guy Smurf back home. Guy I grew up with. Grew up in the same hood and
Neighborhood?
everything, and
Yeah.
real good dude. Just got his clothing line going, so it's
Oh,
been
that's what
popping.
you're wearing right now.
Yes, it's called Loyal Lifestyle Clothing. So
Is that the logo or is that just
it's
one
the
of
logo.
the? Oh,
It's the
dope.
logo,
That's
but
dope.
like some stuff say Loyal Lifestyle and stuff. So I just try to wear like as much as possible and everything. It was so crazy because I ended up I wore some of his stuff on set when I was out in LA, the Rookie.
Oh, okay.
So I got a chance to people were like, oh man, that look cool. So I kind of gave them a
Yeah,
couple things.
that's all it
So-
takes.
yeah. So I mean, it's not like I don't wear it to just like I wear it because I like it, and
Well,
I
yeah,
wear it
yeah.
like
That's
I like
the
it,
best time
and yeah,
when
and
it's your friend and you
yeah,
like the clothing
and
line.
it's not like I'm not an ambassador for it. I'm not
Nah,
a,
nah.
I just literally wear. I just like
Just
it's
support.
dope. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
no, that's
Yeah.
dope. That's really dope. So what's the company again?
It's in Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Based
But
in
you can get it
Cleveland.
online, no?
Yeah, you can go on his IG. It's called Loyal Lifestyle.
Loyal Lifestyle.
Yeah, Loyal
Got
Lifestyle
it.
Clothing. Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah, we lit.
All right, cool. So I was talking to him. You all know I'm obviously not single, but I've been so interested in the single world of this new quarantine, COVID, virus running loose type of world right now. And I was seeing, like, I was watching a show, and this woman was like, I'm about to go on a date, and I'm like, oh shit, like they're gonna go out, and like
Right.
that's gonna be weird. And then she was like, we're actually gonna do a FaceTime date. And so they both, got the same meal, and then they both got some wine, and then they FaceTimed each other, and then they sat at the table, and that was their very first date because she met him on Tinder or an app or whatnot. And since obviously we weren't allowed to go outside for like the first several weeks,
Yeah, for sure.
people were bored and they were lonely. So it's kind of like, you're single.
Yes.
Do you, first of all, do you use apps? Like, how do you
I-
meet people?
I don't. I've actually never used the app before.
Because
Yeah.
you don't want to? Because
Just-
you feel like it's just not you?
Yeah,
Like, why?
it was never my thing.
Mhm.
Like, no knock against it. I have friends. I have a group of one friend. She's been married for 10 years. 10 years being plus with her husband that she met on online.
Oh, okay.
And other people,
What site do you know?
it was eHarmony actually.
Well, see, but that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
It's hard
It
though.
just
'cause-
happened, and I figured they were all the same. eHarmony, Tinder,
Nah. If you
Plenty of Fish.
see, I've never been on an app except for social media apps. So
Okay.
I never have. I don't know what it is to swipe right or swipe left.
Yeah.
It just it's not really my thing. So, but eHarmony is like you have to go through like pages
Really?
of like so you can find similarities. Like it's a much more serious site to be like you get more in depth. Tinder can be like let's just hook up.
Really?
Or
Yeah, okay.
maybe it works for some people. Maybe they found some good people. Then there's like Bumble. I've had to do all this research for work and shit. And then there's Bumble where it's only the girls that pick the guys.
Really?
Yeah.
So we actually did a social media, a dating app thing for one of the articles in the magazine,
Okay.
and I just kind of like read through and like approved like a lot of stuff, but like my partner, he wrote it and like did the in-depth thing about it and everything, and it was actually a dope article,
Yeah.
and it was cool, like his insight on everything, and that's why I started like hearing like more about these apps and everything. And for me, it was just like, I'm social in a sense, you know, like I like the organic meetups and stuff. I don't think you can really get to know anybody by swiping left or right. And
But how hard is it to meet somebody organically?
for me, I meet people at random places, grocery stores, events. Somebody might gentleman might say, "Hey, you know what? I got a homegirl that might, I might
Some mutual friend.
Yeah, so like
okay.
so it's.
Have you ever been on a blind date?
I have.
Blind. You haven't seen it. No one's seen you.
Haven't
Showed you a
seen
picture.
it. No.
Nothing. How did you get on that blind date?
A mutual friend.
But did the mutual friend be like, "Hey, yo, I got
Never
this
showed
chick."
never
So you
showed me.
never
Never showed me.
Okay, so how did it go?
It was cool. It was like we all met up together.
Yeah.
It wasn't like just.
Oh, okay.
but
So
like-
it was like a double date.
Yeah.
Like or a group hangout.
Yeah, it was us three together.
Oh,
She
okay.
wanted it like to be us three, but it was just somebody you still coming to somewhere you never even seen. You don't know how it's gonna.
And it's like potentially two.
Yeah,
start
but so she
sliding
just
each
stayed
other.
there for like the first like 2 minutes and then bounced.
Oh.
Then she wanted to make sure like we we
Okay.
got my
I
homegirl-
sorry, I
homegirl-
thought you meant the girl. I was like,
No.
damn. I'm really happy you're positive.
Damn, like, she just got me, son.
I was like, that is cold blooded. But okay, so
No.
So the mutual friend.
So the mutual friend, she stayed there for like 2 minutes and then left. And then me and her, we like vibes. It was cool. It was dope. But
Okay.
we saw that we were just like more like friends. Yeah. But it
happens.
and it was like it wasn't like no pressure or anything. We was actually and we're still like good friends to today.
Okay.
And I can't say who the person is.
No, you don't have to.
No.
I wouldn't want us to go.
No, not like that. But it's so funny because who it was just crazy. Let's just say her parents own franchise.
Okay.
Sports franchise.
So now you know you gotta tell me after this thing's over. now I wanna know.
Off camera, I got you.
All right.
Yeah, because it was just so crazy. It was like, oh, okay.
She down to earth. She was cool though.
Super dope, super cool.
Oh, a great
and, like,
friend.
We're still like just
Shit,
like.
I
Cool.
would've been like, yo, I can't date you
You
either.
know?
We're friends though.
She know when that season roll around.
For real, she got young, you know what I'm saying? Probably. All that good stuff. So, would you be? Have you dated anybody during this whole quarantine COVID thing? Like, obviously, you might be going out for your job and stuff, but like, it's not like we're going to bars. It's not like we're really grocery stores. Kind of hard. You're seeing masks on people's faces. Like, what are you supposed to do now?
Now, I will tell you this: it has been. I'm so used to just meeting so many different people, whatever, and I've met a couple people that I've seen. Like, I've been at Target one time. I was at Target like last week.
Probably a great place to pick up
women. I was at Target. I just moved into a new spot, and I was living in a fully furnished place.
Okay.
Since I pretty much came to Washington in a sense. So I've never furniture shopped in my life.
Huh.
Went from being at home.
Remind me to talk about that, okay? Because I have questions on that.
Yes. Went from being at home to going to college, going overseas, and coming out here. Fully furnished, everything.
Yeah.
So you're out here, then it's like, oh, actually furniture shop.
Right.
So to actually make a list and get things that it's like living in a hotel.
Yeah.
So like
it's not yours, but it's yours while you're there.
Yeah. So like when I moved into my spot, it's like clothes,
it's already there,
bed. Yeah. You know, I'm talking about like my new spot. So I got the bed. I had the dining table. So now I had to literally get like silverware, the ins and outs.
Just like the little things.
Yeah. Like I don't even like think about because so.
You already had it.
Oh yes. I had to. I had to call my mama first. Mom, what do I need? Like, can we make a list here? So I'm following this list at Target. Excuse me. Following this list at Target, and then I came across a female that was doing the same thing, just kind of shopping for her dad. So we get the rapping and everything. We just get to talking, and then like we were just cool, just having some good dialogue, and it was cool. We cracked some jokes, whatever like that. But then like when I left, whatever, I was like, dang, maybe I should have said something, or like you think that way, or whatever.
It's hard. That's gonna be hard.
Yeah. She didn't have a mask on or anything, so you kind of see like who the person is and everything. Yeah. But then I was just like, damn.
Well, and what are you supposed to do during this time if you do say, hey, like I'd like to take you out sometime. You want to hang out in 4 weeks?
So
what do you do?
The good thing about it is I've come across some females where we've said like, yeah, let's get together or whatever, and then next thing you know, it's just dialogue. You just keep having dialogue in between.
Right. So just texting pretty much.
Yeah, you text. I like texting. Calling or whatever like that. You know, and that's the good side of things because you have some like, okay, we get together once everything open, grab some food, hang out, like just food. Or
kind of
whatever.
Takes a little bit of time to develop a kind of relationship.
Yes, I said as soon as COVID hit, the first thing I said was, this is going to make or break a lot of relationships.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that actually literally have to like, you've seen those memes. Oh, hi, who you? Oh, you're my girl. Oh, shoot, what's your favorite color?
No,
it's like, oh, I have to actually like have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
Me, I don't, for me, it's cool. Like I always have a conversation.
Yeah.
I love having just stimulating conversation.
Yeah.
That's why I wasn't really tripping when I left Target because I was like, it was just a good stimulating conversation, and I ran into a good person.
Right.
So, it is what it is.
It was a positive
Yeah. So it's like it's cool.
Yeah.
Now, there has been. I've been here. I just got back from Vegas like 2 weeks ago. You do run across some people, and you see, it kind of forces you to look at the body in a sense.
Yeah.
Because you can't see nothing else.
Yeah.
And it's just like, do you shoot your shot or do you just chill because they got the mask on and you don't even know like you don't know anything.
And you'd be an asshole if you were like, yo, like, can you bring your mask? You know what I'm saying? Like I was thinking about that.
My homegirl said, she said, Jay, I find it very interesting when guys try to talk to me with a mask on.
Yeah.
When I have my mask on. They don't even know if I have teeth or not.
Facts.
So it's like, I find it very, so how can you really just kind of go, so it's all about, I think now with COVID, it's about like, just like being patient and just like buying time because you're not the only one in this situation. There's a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
And you don't want to come across the thirstiness of something
Right.
just by like I need to have the interaction with a female or a male or
Yeah.
anything like
But
that.
there's some people that are like that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like there are some Tinder crazy people that I know, and they're lonely and they're bored,
Yep.
and or they're horny or
Yeah.
whatever it is. And so it's kind of like now I'm thinking in my head like, and I don't know, you know, everyone's different about situations, but like for
Sure.
example, like STDs, right? Like
Absolutely.
that should always be a conversation that you have with somebody you're about to sleep with, and it might be really uncomfortable, but like I've always been super scared of STDs, so like I'm always really like on top of that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and it makes total sense, you know.
So now is COVID gonna be kind of like a new question that you ask? Like, is that gonna be something?
Did
that
you have it?
or do you?
Or do you?
Have you been around anybody that
Yeah.
like? I mean, is it because people, if it's that deadly and people are saying it's a virus and it's
For
killing you, well,
Yeah.
that sounds worse than an STD, right?
For sure.
It kills you, right?
For sure.
So, I mean, is that a question that's gonna be relevant? And will people even say it? Because now that's what we're dealing
Yeah.
with.
Are you gonna actually say yes? I've probably been exposed to
People
somebody
were
that haven't,
embarrassed. Can you believe
or
that?
it's like no, I haven't. Just to like get next to that person.
Yeah.
So my whole thinking was, are people? For me, I would question someone that really just want to just like hang out at the time, especially at a time like this.
So if you were talking to a girl and it was like, say when it first started and
Yeah.
everyone was like locked down, you can't go outside except for essentials, and she was like, you know what, fuck this, like let's just see each other. Would you be like, yeah, bro, she's probably not the one
Yeah,
for me?
yeah. No, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
That's good though.
Cause like for me, it's like I respect I respect boundaries. I respect a lot of things or this and that. So I will be weary of like, especially if you are single as well
Right.
and you don't have children,
Right.
because that let me know you like with being reckless out
Right.
here. Without,
You're about ready to step outside
right?
during this virus
like,
and just come over for me for some company.
It's literally not that serious.
Yeah.
Like we can chill and wait.
Right.
You know
Like
what
we're
I'm
gonna
saying?
be able to come outside again.
And then that just lets me know like you really probably can't necessarily have a conversation in the sense.
Where she's at
Yeah,
intellectually.
like so
I
it's just
understand that.
it's like it's probably time to just like
trickle off.
I'll
That
just
makes
kinda,
sense.
I see you around, it's all
That's
good.
funny.
I'm not an asshole. I'm not a dick or anything. I'll say what's up.
Have you seen the COVID testing? Do you see what they do?
I haven't seen it per se.
Oh
my
my
friends work in
God.
the industry have given it.
Oh my
And yeah,
God.
it's some that can go all the way
Oh
up your
my
nose, and it's like, sheesh.
It's so scary. Like I don't know. Like I broken my nose a couple times,
Yeah.
and so like my nose is fucked up. And like a couple of my homegirls, they got tests done because they just wanted to get it done. They're like
Yeah,
paranoid.
for sure.
Like
Yeah.
so they went and they were negative, of course.
Yeah.
But it's like a Q-tip that's like 3 inches long,
Yes.
and it looks like a pipe cleaner kind of, right?
Yes.
And then
yes.
they take it and they put it up your nose, and they literally like
Touch all,
scrape
yeah.
like right by your eye at the top of the nose. Like it looks like the most painful thing. My homegirl's like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I was like, I can't even watch it. I can't even watch it.
Yes. Ooh.
Fuck that. I'm not like.
Yeah.
You would have to. I really have to feel some type of way, like sick, for me to get tested.
Oh,
I know
yeah,
it sounds
absolutely.
crazy. I'm really sorry, but
Like,
I'm not going to just get tested just cause.
I'm the same way. I can't just
That's
wake up
crazy.
and just say like, I'm gonna go get tested or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I know. So I'm like with a germaphobe anyway.
Me too. This is nothing new for me.
Me neither.
And you know what? I'm actually so relieved and so happy when I go and do things because people are wiping down things all the time. I'm like, yes, I've been waiting for this my whole
Yes.
life. The airplanes, like
Yes.
you went on an airplane. I haven't been on an airplane
Yep.
yet, but from what I hear from everybody, the middle seat's not taken.
Nope.
They're giving you water and stuff inside
Absolutely.
a plastic baggie. They wipe things down for the first
Absolutely.
time ever. Like this should have been done a long time ago.
Exactly. It's so crazy because if you're traveling with like, say if it's you, your boyfriend, like maybe his daughter,
Yeah,
right?
uh-huh.
So his daughter or something. So you guys can sit together. So you can go up there and say, hey, we're all traveling together.
Yeah.
We'll sit together. They'll be like, oh, okay, cool, sweet. Because typically they'll space you out like that.
Yeah.
So you can like literally sit next to people.
That's dope.
Like just as long as you're traveling with them.
And it's not a full plane, right?
Nope,
They just don't do full planes.
Everything's like middle seats
I've
open.
been waiting for this.
So like it's been cool, and the most alarming thing I've seen as far as like the whole wipe down aspect is when I went to Vegas, and you know they got like the hand sanitizer machines all over. They got when you walk into the casino, they got it to where like you know they want you to either take your hat off or turn it backwards so they can. It's like a It's something kind of looks like how to try about sitting up there. It's like a thing that like tests your temperature and stuff like when you come in and stuff.
Crazy.
So like it's cool.
So what if someone's temperature is those highs? They'd be like, wow, wow, wow.
they just like I'm gonna need you to go out. I'm gonna need you to like leave.
I'm gonna need you to get out of here.
So I mean that was cool, and then like you see like so they're like sanitizing the dice and everything. And I asked one of the pit bosses, I was like, hey, can I ask you a question? I was like, there's millions of people that come through here since Vegas has been Vegas.
Yeah.
How have you not ever even thought about sanitizing stuff?
Yeah, especially people are like blowing on dice and scratching their balls and
like
doing drugs and.
So I give you a crazy thing though. I'm at the airport, about to board. I said, oh shoot, I use the bathroom real quick. I use the bathroom, wash my hands. Guy come out of the stall, walk right out.
Oh, he didn't wash his hands? No.
He didn't wash his hands.
It's the worst. That's the worst.
I was doing like this. I was washing I was like this, and I look. I said, bro, you're the reason we in this.
Oh my God, walking roller.
Yeah, just ooh.
That is fucking foul.
Oh yeah, I was just like, people don't get it though.
But it's just even like just wash your fucking hands. It's so nasty to me. I don't know how people don't. Like how they don't think about that. If anything, you would be more embarrassed to not do it. Like how do people not feel weird about not washing their hands in front of other people? Like at home, maybe you don't wash your hands after you go to the bathroom. I don't know, but in public places.
Yo, I've been at the office where I've seen someone
me too.
come out, not wash it, and then want to be part of the potluck.
Okay, no.
You don't get your
for real.
You don't go somewhere.
I can't even look at someone the same anymore. I remember a long time ago, I was at this. It was back home in the Bay, and we were at like this show, and I was with a girl that wasn't quite my friend yet, but like it was like somebody like a mutual friend of friend, and so we went to the bathroom, and when you know the bathrooms where it's like you usually take your foot and kick the handle, right?
Yep.
Whatever those are, I don't even know how the right word. It's
like the stall.
Yeah, it's like the stall, but it's like the silver handle that you can just hit down.
Yeah.
But you never touch it with your hand. Like everybody always kicks it with their foot. And we're going to the bathroom, and then she's done, and she turns around and she flushes it with her hand. She puts her whole hand on the silver flusher and just and I looked at her and I was like, in my head, like, we can never be friends again. I looked at her and was like, what are you doing? She's like, flushing toilet. I'm like, with your hand?
Yes.
I've never seen that before in my entire life. I was like, ooh, girl.
Like, no.
The fuck? And I know she was grown. It wasn't like that was the first time she's ever been to the bathroom. So I know for sure she'd been doing that her whole life.
Yo, it's just so bad.
Fucking foul.
Here's a crazy thing I heard today about just like relationships in a sense.
Okay.
So they just came out as I forget where I heard it from. I forget where he said it was from, but we were talking on. We were talking today. We was hanging out with some friends, and he was saying that when like if we're together or whatever, like we're here, but if I was to leave and go out, and like let's say want to hook up with another girl or something, they're saying to have like some type of wall in between you and the person you're trying to have something with, based on like as far as like saliva and everything, they put pretty much like a barrier. So if me and you
like a shield.
Yeah, I need to have like a shield in between us.
Okay.
If I'm going to see another female, or if I'm going to see, I was like, how do you? They were trying to explain to you how to have sex
What?
with that.
With the shield? So
With
there's
the
gonna be
shield.
like holes in the
The
shield.
yes. They were trying to.
So that's a weird ass
Yes.
COVID update
Yes.
with thing. So it's like plexiglass but with holes.
Yes, they were trying to explain to people how to
What?
like kind of. I would say I don't know if it's date or
Really?
just have sexual relations with someone.
So
that,
how to hook up with somebody without getting the risk of getting the coronavirus?
exactly,
So it's like you can't obviously kiss them because that's saliva, that's germs.
exactly.
But they're saying that you could potentially have sex with the person as long as you don't switch any salivas.
Yes.
Oh my
I was
god.
like, that's kind of weird.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking of weird COVID updates, I think some really weird ones I've seen is at the gym so far.
Okay.
So have you seen the treadmill with the plastic shields?
I have.
I kind of like that actually idea
Yeah.
because I always am the person that's like on a treadmill and there's like, 50 of them that are open, and then some fucking dude will come right next to me like, well, why are you fucking here? And 9 times out of 10 he stinks. So I'm like, Jesus, like why is this always me? So I kind of would like that privacy.
Oh yeah.
Just for me, the more privacy I have at the gym, the better, because I just like to focus.
Let me ask you this though.
Hmm.
So, do you think that when besides them doing that, do you think those type of machines would be spaced out even more now?
I hope so. Shit. But then that means less
Less machine.
equipment because
Yeah.
there's not enough space, right?
I mean,
So I've seen that, and then I've seen plastic cubes. Have you seen those?
I haven't seen that.
So it's like say they're in a gym,
Okay.
and there's now gonna be like 6 plastic cubes, where it's like I don't know if it's soft plastic that's on the sides,
Uh-huh.
but it's pretty much you're confined into your own cube, and you work out in there, and then they're spread apart.
Wow. No.
So you're
I
like
haven't
in
seen
your
that at
own
all.
little cubicle, but it's covered on top, on the sides, and then it has, I'm assuming, it will have all like weights in there because you're not allowed to obviously touch weights.
Yeah, for sure.
So then now what are they gonna do? Just get a whole bunch of weights and then have all the weights in each cube?
Weird.
Because I don't see how you can really bring what you need, because then your time in the gym is gonna be even longer if you're waiting on
Absolutely.
15 pounders
Absolutely.
and some girl over there's using them, and then you gotta wipe them down and wait for, like, that's crazy, right?
Super crazy. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I've only heard that.
I haven't actually seen it in real life anywhere here because I haven't been to a
Yeah,
gym.
no, I'm
but
saying I didn't see it.
yeah.
I haven't seen it on like
Oh,
TV
okay.
or anything like
Yeah.
that. The only thing I've heard was that when the gyms do open up, the actual basketball court is going to be the last thing because they said that's
I know.
the most risk you can get or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like, doesn't it like? It's kind of weird, like.
Well, because the problem is they're trying to figure out how to do things with distancing people at 6 feet at all times.
Yeah, and
So
it makes,
really,
it makes sense.
Unless you're playing basketball with yourself,
Yeah,
like how can you really do that? You
it
can't
totally
play a
makes sense.
game. You know what I mean?
It totally makes sense.
But I don't think, I don't know, like part of me wants to say that like eventually, like how are you even supposed to stop this? You know what I'm saying? So like eventually I feel like we'll all get it at some point maybe, and then if there's vaccinations if people decided to do that, which I'm not fully accepted to.
Yeah,
It just seems weird.
I have a buddy who is looking to move out of state because apparently I didn't know that every kid in state of Washington, has to get vaccinated before they start school.
Oh really? So that's a new thing.
He doesn't want that for his children.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's obviously been following CDC guidelines and everything this entire time.
Right.
But he's just like, I don't
It's
want to
too
have my
new.
kids to get like
It's weird.
to have to get like this or
Vaccinated,
get
like,
this stuff in
It's
them.
not choice.
Yeah, to have to get this stuff in them in order for them to go to school.
Interesting. I didn't
Yeah.
know. I didn't know
Yeah.
that it was like mandatory, because I do know some things are mandatory for school.
Yeah.
But I was always under the impression that parents were allowed to choose.
Yeah,
But maybe not anymore.
yeah.
with
When he
the
said
COVID, I
that,
don't know.
I was like, that's kind of weird,
Wow.
you know.
Yeah. Interesting.
In my building, there's an actual so the amenities in my building haven't opened up. The only thing opened up was like the common area where you can like play like pool, shuffleboard and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And like there's a gym that's like a part of one of our buildings, and it's like a sole-owned gym.
Yeah.
So he's open,
Oh, really?
and like it was people that like working out. I think he's like keeping it at a certain
I think
minimum, and
it
he's like
is.
walking around like like sanitizing the
Yeah.
equipment.
That's the
So
rule. That's
somebody-
phase
yeah.
2 for a lot of gyms is that they're
Yeah.
allowed to have people in there, but it can
Yeah.
only be a certain amount of people and it can
Yeah.
only be certain distances away and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So no group classes, no.
Yeah.
you
So
know.
so it seemed like he's been doing fairly well with the
Yeah.
opening and everything. So
Yeah.
it's been crazy, but
It
it's
really
a lot
has.
of like my whole thing with the whole COVID aspect of things is yes, absolutely take it serious, follow CDC guidelines
Yeah.
and everything, but also we need to start preaching about taking care of your health and hygiene.
Hell yeah.
Like where people are running in the store, grabbing this, grabbing that. You need to run to grab the fruits, vegetables, and
Yeah.
everything.
People don't see that though.
So like you said, like you do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I do this in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
When it gets to that time of year, around the winter, fall and
Yeah.
stuff, it's called flu season for a reason. It's been
Yeah.
called flu season since we were kids. What are you supposed to do? Up your vitamins,
That's what I'm
drink
saying.
the water.
We've already known
you
the
know.
tools for hella long, and
Exactly.
we've already seen crazy killer flus. Apparently, I remember
Exactly.
a couple of just a few years ago. It was like influenza 2 or
Yeah,
something like that. It was like,
swine flu, all
yeah,
that
you
type of
must get
stuff,
a
yeah.
vaccine or whatever. And
Like,
it's hard. That's how I kind of felt when the whole thing popped off. Was
for
like,
sure.
I don't really know what to believe. I feel like people are kind of going above and beyond, but then it's like, what the fuck do I know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I also don't want to get sick in general. So
Absolutely.
and I don't want to be a hypocrite, and I don't want to put anybody at risk. So like, let me just follow what everyone else is doing, and I ain't really got no place to go and no one to see anyway. So like, I'm not like really trying to like get out the house like that. But it's just kind of like, it's just weird, The whole thing is just a weird thing,
For sure.
and I just feel like as long their number one priority should be upping your immunity, and that's why it's like I work with companies like this, like Everyday Natural Products. You know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
this radical reishi mushroom. The first thing is immune system balancer, aids in liver efficiency.
Boom.
There's all these things. Shout out to them on Instagram, Everyday Natural Products, but they help me. Like those literally are the things that like I do. I take vitamin D, I take vitamin C, I take lysine when I'm starting to feel, weird iron if it's weird. There's certain things, but you got to know what to take. But vitamin D and vitamin C and elderberry,
Yep. Biggest thing.
like those things are like A1 right there. And you can take 5,000 milligrams of vitamin C. That's just a little tiny pill.
Absolutely.
And
Like,
it will help.
make sure I always do the men's one a day vitamins. So I make sure I take that. I've always been the type to drink an Airborne.
Yeah.
Then like once a day.
Yeah.
Like for just throw it in the orange juice, drink that, and then like have the elderberry as well. I kind of have it in like tea.
Yeah.
So I'm always drinking tea or something like that at night.
Yeah.
So.
You want to know something about vitamin C since you're interested in this type of stuff, and it's kind of a cool thing.
Hit me
So
up.
Airborne is cool, but it doesn't really have the amount of vitamin C that you really think it does.
Absolutely.
So it's almost kind of like a diluted vitamin C
Okay.
a lot of the time. You're better off taking real vitamin C, 1,000 milligrams at a time. You can't OD on vitamin C, right?
Yeah.
And so what our body does, you can take your body can have up to 1,000 milligrams, and then it will piss the rest of it out. Like your
Okay.
body will get rid of whatever it's not using at the time.
For sure.
But it doesn't stay with you throughout the day. So our bodies can take up to 10,000 milligrams, but throughout the day. So, for example, you take your vitamin C in the morning. By afternoon, you're probably not going to have any more vitamin C running through your body.
And you need that.
So you take a couple more pills. So when I remember and I'm really on my shit, I really try to take 10,000 a day.
Okay.
And that's about 2 pills every couple hours.
Okay.
And it's interesting because if I start to feel kind of weird or whatever, anytime I've ever started to feel kind of sick, I'm popping like 6,000 at a time. Seriously. Because it doesn't do anything. I mean, it might give you the runs or something if you're not careful. I'm not that sensitive, but I just really focus on that and then just double up on vitamin C, stuff like that. But so
it's tough. I mean, and that's a good tip. I'm gonna definitely take that.
Yeah, it's
for
dope.
sure. And it's crazy because you start talking to people out here that you start seeing it's like they're really just being reckless.
yeah.
And that goes into like the whole dating thing as well.
Yeah. Well, people are starting to get irritated. They don't want to follow the rules. They're sitting there
Exactly,
saying, I don't believe it. All of a sudden, and then it's like, oh, well now, like I said, I'm kind of one of them at some time. It's like we're having all these rallies and protests,
Yeah.
and then like you're not really hearing anything about COVID when that was everything on the news. You know, everybody was talking about it. Everyone was dying of
For
it,
sure.
and then now it like kind of went away. But now that everything's kind of settled down everywhere else, now it's kind of saying, okay, well,
COVID again.
it's coming back up and it's rising. But I knew that was going to happen if it's a virus, and then people are allowed to hang out.
Yeah.
You know, it takes one person. I mean, really, that's what it is.
That's it.
And then you go to Vegas, which is like, if you're going there to party, because some people are,
Yep.
well, then when you make drinks and shit, if that person has the Rona, or if they see one of their friends and dabs their friends and then touches your drink, well, then you got it now too.
Yeah.
So it's that easy, you know what I'm saying?
And that's a lot of things people just not even
Oh,
like fathom that. It's just like yo, like you still gotta be like,
just be careful.
yeah, you gotta be cognizant of your surroundings. You gotta be careful of everything.
Yeah, and you should be washing your hands and sanitizing stuff.
That's
You know what I
just
mean?
you just want to be clean in general.
I just feel like if people are out, you know, partying, it's like, do what you want to do. You know, everyone's doing their own thing, and you're gonna believe what you want to believe. But there's just certain things that I like rather just not do because I don't need to. Like if I,
No, for sure.
you know, what I mean, if I have to go out and go to the grocery store, it's like you got to do stuff like that. You know, if I decided to go to a pool, I'd be okay with that too,
Yeah.
as long as there wasn't a lot of people there. But I can't say that I totally feel comfortable going out to like a bar and drinking from somewhere. Like
Yeah.
I don't have that yearn to like be like, I need to go out to a club or a bar. Like I'll go get a bottle or something and have it at home if that's the case, or go to a friend's house
Yeah.
and
sure.
and drink there instead. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
And that was the thing. Like so we do like Sunday Funday type stuff. So
Uh-huh.
like this morning we just like kind of hanging out. Yeah, like brunch on the boat and stuff. So
Yeah.
it was just kind of cool to just kind of be with like 5 or 6 people. We
Yeah.
just kind of like,
Do something.
yeah, like we know each other. We're around each other,
Yeah.
and it's not. I haven't really like hung out with anybody new
Yeah.
since this started.
Yeah.
Five-
I haven't known anybody to get it either.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know a mutual friend of a friend that's like, oh, my friend has it. Like I don't know anybody that's had it.
3 people I know that had it.
Yeah.
2 females and a male. One was a husband and wife.
Uh-huh.
The wife just, you know, she was out of work for a week.
Yeah.
The husband, they say it hits men harder.
Yeah.
So he was like, had the worst headache.
That's because men are big ass
Right.
babies. That's why.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
like,
it's y'all.
he got up. He got
Shut
up. He said he got up in the middle of the night
Oh.
and kicked the wall so hard with his foot so the pain could be down there so he could take the pain.
Oh Lord.
He lost his sense of smell and taste.
I mean, that
And
totally could
yeah.
be true, but
And he said the
you
last
man.
3 days of it, he was puking blood,
Oh,
and then
Lord.
it just went away. And then he was
Shout out
done.
to that man's
Yeah.
wife, whoever.
Yeah, he was out 2.5 weeks.
Oh Lord.
And
It's always worse
yeah,
for men.
right.
It's
He
always
was just
worse for
like
men.
oh man, you know. I was like, oh okay, like you know. And then my cousin, she had it, but
Okay.
like for her, they told her it's like just drink lots of water. They had her taking various different things and stuff, and then, you know, just quarantining.
Yeah.
For her to go outside in her backyard
Yeah.
to get sun, get that vitamin D and everything, you know,
I'm telling you.
make sure
I'm
she's
telling you
doing-
guys.
get fresh air.
That's
and
why I
stuff
think that Seattle got hit, Washington got hit so hard.
because of the
It's
weather.
because of the weather. Because
Yeah.
no one's ever fucking outside, and
Nope.
when it is, it's sunny, but sometimes it's not warm.
Exactly.
You know, it's hard out here, so you've got to take that vitamin D. You're on your own then.
Yeah.
That's the first rule I learned when I came
Yeah,
here.
and it's not even like for me, it's not even like shouting out politics or anything like that, but like kudos to like Jay Inslee on just like how essentially he's kind of handling things in a sense. Just because we're in a time when like nobody's ever been in this before.
Yeah.
So for people that saying this needs to happen, that needs to happen, we've never been in this before.
Yeah.
So to think on the fly and just start doing things within phases and just like
Yeah.
whoever's giving him the information, whatever he's doing, like I feel like that, you know, he's kind of doing things.
Yeah. Well, you know, Washington governor and then Oregon governor all got together and decided to like work together, right?
That's great. That's
They
great.
were like, we're gonna open when we
Yeah.
open, we close when we close.
Yeah,
So
that's
they
great.
were on the kind of the same lane because we're also close
Yeah,
with
yeah,
states.
for
and-
sure. No, that's what's up.
So yeah.
That's what's up.
So yeah, I mean, real quick on the furniture thing because I haven't forgotten
Oh,
about
yeah,
that,
yeah,
but we are getting kind of long. I don't want to room when people that drive and be like, shit, it's still not open. So I've always wondered about the furnished place.
Okay.
So everything comes, beds come, the
Yeah.
sheets come with the bed.
Yes. Oh,
Like, and that doesn't freak you out being a germaphobe? Like,
um,
all those things have been touched and stuff before.
at
And what if you were,
first-
okay, actually, yeah, go ahead.
no. So at first, but when I think about it, it's like literally living in a hotel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
that's
like
true.
if you're
Hotels
in,
creep me out though.
yeah,
So.
like you're in like kind of like a high end hotel or something like that. Like your sheets are always getting washed or
Right.
they're getting replaced and everything. And
So you didn't feel like it was
No.
like hella used.
and on top of that, I had a cleaning lady who
Oh, okay.
came every 10 days.
Okay.
So despite me cleaning or whatever like
Yeah.
that, always come through and it's just like
Okay.
Clorox
That would make me
everything.
feel
So
better,
yeah. So, but I do get it though. I do get it because it's been times where I've even went into a hotel and been like,
Oh no.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sleeping in all my clothes.
What happens if you like mess something up? Like if you accidentally like, I don't know, like scuff some chairs or like your dining room set. What happens then? Do you pay like
Yeah, you got
an
to like.
insurance on that stuff?
Well, you got to like pay for it or whatever. I mean, but like for me in general, I have renter's insurance anyway. Like, which, you
So
know,
that would cover that?
yeah,
Okay.
depending on like you pay the deductible, but it all
Yeah.
depends on what it is.
I always just thought
yeah.
that was so interesting because like how fucking convenient is
Yeah.
that shit?
Fun fact for you, real quick.
Okay.
I say I moved into my spot. I had to like find different things on
Yeah.
Target. So I had a furniture shop as well. I've never furniture shop a day in my
Yeah.
life. So I'm
Furniture
online.
expensive, right?
Right.
That's why I go to IKEA for all of my needs.
Shoot. I'm online. I'm like, but if I get this and it comes
I have to move this shit later on.
right and I don't like it,
Yeah,
I'm like, damn,
I know.
I gotta send it back.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I can't rock with that.
No.
So I bought a bed. I went to actual bed shopping, Mattress Firm. Shout out to them. They were super dope. Bought a bed. Got a dining room table.
Yeah.
It came in a package thing. I'm the man who admits that I'm not a handyman like
Yeah.
that. I don't like putting things together.
Yeah.
So the maintenance guy in my building, I kind of, gave him something.
Some money?
Yeah,
That's
like go
dope.
to put it together. He was
That's
like,
dope.
"Oh yeah, I'll put it together in 15 minutes." Oh, word.
Right? I got like 7 of the things you want.
Right. So he hooked me up with that. So I got that. So now I'm like, damn. Hey, couch, coffee table, end table, dressers, nightstand. I gotta get all that. So I was like, you know what? Forget this. I went to Court Furniture in Redmond, rented my stuff,
Oh.
rented all that stuff.
Do you love that? You love
Yes.
not having your own furniture
Yes.
so bad that you're
I
just
re-
gonna.
I realized that it's so tough furniture shopping
Yeah.
during quarantine.
Yeah.
Like,
That's awful
and the
timing.
stores
right?
the stores are starting to semi open up. You gotta do it by
Right.
appointment.
And then you gotta have to do delivery. And you gotta do all
Yes.
this other shit.
So I was like, you know what? We just go rent all this.
Man,
It's all brand new stuff, fresh
Yeah.
off the fresh out of their storage,
fresh out the lot.
and fresh off the
Yeah.
lot, everything. Because their Court does a lot of like homes and like homes, businesses, parties,
Right.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
So they furnish a lot. They're like one of the number one people around here to do that. And I
Dope.
was like, yeah, we're gonna do that.
Whatever works for you,
Yes.
man. I mean, I feel like it'd be convenient as shit. I just don't have money for it. So for me, it's like everything that I got, I'm like, oh, that was my great grandmother's. It doesn't match with anything that I have.
want that
but
so bad.
You'll get a Monday. That thing right there, I had this nightstand in my podcast room, and it's just like it's a wooden old school nightstand. But that was my great
Oh,
grandmother's.
see.
But
That's
what am I
so
supposed to do with it though? I can't. I
No,
mean,
you can't
it
get
looks
rid of
great,
that.
but I can't get rid of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had that shit since I was born.
It's
Like,
so dope. Yeah, see.
but you just develop things. But I have become a lot more of a. I just kissed my microphone. A lot more of a minimalist because I moved so many times that it's like, yo, that's why I get like IKEA furniture because sometimes it's easier just to throw that shit away and start over.
You gotta put all that together. Don't you?
Yeah, you do. But see, I like doing stuff like that.
See, if I had a girlfriend or something and one would like doing that stuff, it'd be kind of cool because like we can like do it together.
Then you would want to learn probably.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there, I open up the stuff, I see the directions, I was like,
Fuck this.
you know what? Hey, can I pay you to?
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You want to touch on anything else before we get into your outro questions?
No, we're good.
Okay, cool.
I like to see stimulating conversations,
dope,
good
right?
dialogue. You know.
I told you you'd have fun. Everyone's always like, some people are nervous. Some people are just kind of like, I've never done this before or whatnot. I'm always like, yo, I'm not ever gonna ask you anything you don't know. You know what I mean? So it works out.
Yeah,
It's all about the conversation and who's in the room.
Absolutely.
Really?
It's always about. I've been in interviews. I've been in like interviews per se at like events, or I've been in like podcasts or something like this, to where like you just like
don't know. It's just quiet, awkward.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, like.
I know, especially as like a host too. You know, I've been on other people's podcasts where I'm the one talking the whole time. I'm like, do you want me to? This is your podcast. Like, did you want me to stop?
Right.
But then it just kind of just is dead air. You know what I mean? So I appreciate when someone can go into a conversation and then it just kind of trickles down to like more of different conversations.
Absolutely.
And then, you know, so thanks for coming.
No, I appreciate you having me.
All right, so the best answers that come to mind after I read you these. First thing you do when you wake up in the morning.
Thank God for another day.
I love that. Favorite cereal?
the GOAT, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
You would say that.
What's yours?
I feel like there's like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch people and then everyone else.
I mean, you know, what's yours?
Mine, I'm a big cereal head, so I would say Captain Crunch is my number one. But I also do like Frosted Flakes and then Fruity Pebbles. And Cinnamon Toast Crunch is good too, but like it's just not really my go-to.
I fell in love with Cinnamon Toast Crunch when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't really afford milk.
Right, so you could eat that by itself.
Straight out the box.
I know. I feel
Not
that.
a lot of cereals you couldn't. I tried Corn Flakes. It was whack.
Because Frosted Flakes, you need that milk.
Yeah.
But like Captain Crunch is the same thing. You
can
eat it by itself.
It is.
I used to put that in baggies all day and just eat it.
No, it is for sure.
One thing someone would be really surprised to know about you.
I tap dance.
Really?
Yes.
See, look at that's a surprise face right there.
Yeah,
like you're like really good.
I mean, I'm getting there, you know. So my school is Northwest Tap Connection. Shout out to Northwest Tap Connection.
So dope.
Out there on Rainer Avenue. So every 6 months we do a big performance at
really?
Paul Robeson Performing Arts Center, Rainier Beach High School, and it's like packed, sold out.
So you still do it and everything? Like this isn't something that like you learned when you was a kid. When did you start tap dancing?
I started 3 years ago.
Oh shit! So this is new.
Yeah. So I
so tight.
Always wanted to do it when I was a kid, but couldn't afford it.
I always wanted to do it, but mom wouldn't buy me shoes because she was like, you know the fuck out of me.
Right, so I couldn't afford it, so I was like, you know what, why not? Jumped in, started performing, and then I got a love. So we performed there. We performed at Festival Sanjata. My school goes over to Barbados and perform.
What music? Is it jazz or is it like a different type of?
So it's like anything. So like we tap. So at our school, it's like tap, ballet. You got African dance.
See, I did ballet, I did jazz, I did hip hop.
They got anything you want to have there. And then for us, it's all about the theme of the show we're gonna do.
Oh.
We just performed in December.
Oh.
The theme was New Jack Swing.
Oh, tight!
So we did
like pinstripes.
Oh yeah, it was dope.
Tight.
So we had the baseball jerseys on. Our song we did was "I Can Love You Better" with Mary Jane. Look out, yeah. So yeah, you know we grew, and then we're starting to work on. So once you're done with the show, you know, you start just working and stuff.
I'm gonna go to the show.
Yeah, so it was supposed to have been June 30th, but obviously because of this, and then my mother was gonna come out for it, and yeah. Well, I keep you posted.
Please, that'd be good date night for me and Will. I love all that type of shit.
Sure.
Proudest moment.
Proudest moment?
Mm-hmm.
I would say graduating college.
Okay.
Just because.
It's one of mine too.
Huh?
It's one of mine too.
Oh yeah. Just it was something that so growing up, I have two older brothers. My oldest brother went graduated high school, graduated college, went to Europe, played 15 years pro, coached on the highest level. So he's doing that. He's still doing. He still works out a lot of the top kids in the nation right now. He's out in AZ. My middle brother went to the streets. So essentially, like growing up, you try to see like you got two ways.
Right.
So I chose to follow my oldest brother.
Yeah.
And because I got to see if I'm sleeping in this room, he's sleeping in that room. I got to see I don't have to go that way.
Right.
I can see that you can make it out the hood by doing this and doing
And
that.
he actually did really well for himself, so that's even more of a reason to be like, yo, let me go this way.
Exactly.
I love
So
that.
when I graduated, it was just like, can't nobody take that degree away from me.
That's how I felt too. I was the first one in my family to graduate.
See, so I mean, I was the second one, but I totally get it.
Yeah,
Like,
especially when you didn't think it was gonna be in your
absolutely,
life. You know?
absolutely.
You're like, damn, I really did this shit.
Yeah, I really like
it's crazy.
graduate.
Yeah, I know. I feel that. Favorite thing to cook?
I mean, you know, I'm working. I signed up for Blue Apron too, so you know, I'm working myself in the kitchen. You know?
Hey, at least you're trying to learn.
Yeah, so I rocks with like chicken breast and broccoli.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's like my life fucking story though.
So give you a little, I might have to give you a little soda.
Okay.
Marinated.
Yeah.
In Dr. Pepper.
Except I don't want all that.
Or root beer.
Or Coke.
Yes.
Yeah, because you're supposed to do that, but you can cook a steak with Coke, you know?
Yes. Oh my God. Like
it's
it was
not
just
good for you though.
I'm not saying it
but
is.
if you want to eat chicken and broccoli, I thought you was on some health tip, and then you told me, "Oh, put in some Dr. Pepper."
No. Don't get me wrong. I still do a lot. That was just like a couple times where I'd be like, you know what? Let me add a little.
Some people put Sprite.
Let me marinate this a little bit.
Yeah.
So I put it in, dropped it in the
helps
Instant
break
Pot.
down.
Oh yeah, it was fire. So I've been doing that, and then I sous vide.
Okay.
So the sous vide's been dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
So I sous vide the steak, and it was like.
My pickup right now, it's been my air fryer. If you have an air fryer, bruh,
I don't, but I keep hearing to get it.
Let me tell you, it's life changing.
Really?
I fucking preach about air fryers. I cook like some of the best chicken wings I've ever had. Like fuck Wingstop, fuck Wingdom, all that. You wouldn't need my wings. Like
okay, so I have
cook anything. Broccoli, you could cook steak in it. You could cook anything.
I have a smokeless indoor grill.
That's dope.
Like that. I have that. I have the Instant Pot.
Yeah.
I have the Instant Pot, and I have the crock pot. So what do I get rid of to get the air fryer? I just add it.
You can use an Instant Pot and a crock pot, I think, for the same shit. So you don't need probably two of those.
Okay, then.
I think.
Okay.
Make sure there's no. I don't know what kind of Instant Pot you really have, but sometimes you can use all the above. But the smoker, maybe put that in the closet for a little while or something. Because I'm telling you, air fryer, you can make kale chips, Brussels sprout chips. You can make salmon in it. You can make chicken skin. Like I make Trina's stuff in it. Because,
Okay,
you know
I'm gonna get one.
And it's half the time, bro.
You're like the third person that told me that, so I was like, all right,
I was like, fuck the air fryer. I told Will, we don't have room.
Yeah.
We don't have kitchen room. He's like, but we should just try it. I'm like, I don't, like, there's no point. Because you always get shit and then you never use it. Blenders, all that. And so he was like, fuck that, we're getting one this week. And I'm like, fine. But if it sucks, then we're taking it back. First thing we made was like, I think it was like French fries or something. And I was like, yo, this is the best shit I've ever had. Yeah. So it's worth it, I tell you.
All right, cool. I'm gonna copy one.
Most hated house chore.
Oh, most hated house chore. I hated doing the dishes.
Yeah, dishes are rough.
It was like, it was awful. It was
Let's
like,
not go back to those PTSD moments.
So thank God for the worst part about it was doing the dishes, and then back in the day we didn't have no dishwasher.
Yeah.
You set them in a rack there.
Yeah. And
then somebody come and takes a cup out of the cupboard and use it, and then put it in there while you got your hands in it. Oh, it was awful.
Yeah, I know. It's just straight disrespect right there.
Yeah. When I say I got older, I'm gonna wash the dish, but I got a dishwasher, so it's like the greatest thing ever.
I still don't use my dishwasher. Sour candy or chocolate?
Sour.
What's your favorite sour candy?
Sour Patch Kids is the GOAT.
Is that like the regular ones?
Yes.
Have you tried the extremes?
I have tried the extremes, but I rocks with I like keep it simple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just regular originality.
I literally just had a debate on my Facebook yesterday because I said the Green Jolly Ranchers are the GOAT.
Yeah.
Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah.
And my friend came on and said, "Why is it 138 comments about Jolly Ranchers debating Jolly?"
I'm gonna go with watermelon. That's the
See,
goat
oh,
for me.
everybody, see,
But you know,
No,
I'm a
but-
watermelon fan though.
that's top three. It's top three.
You know, but green apple's like close second.
Yeah.
Blue raspberries up there, but like cherry and like that's for the birds.
Yeah, somebody
Not a
came.
cherry
Somebody
fan.
said some. Somebody said grape. I was like, what? That's
Grape-
not even top 10.
Grape
What
cool.
you mean?
Grape cool if I'm like really, really high. And like grapes, like yeah, grape gum. Grape gum is a whole other story. Once again, this episode was powered by Top Cut for your cannabis needs. Remember, you can hit me up on Instagram at jallday87. Thank you for rocking with me. Remember to subscribe, follow, like, help me get paid. Shout out to my sponsors, Mad Ritual, Everyday Natural Products on EMP, all that stuff. Let them know where to find you, how to hit you up.
Yeah, you can follow me on IG, jhicks, JHICKS 1124. I'm on there. You can catch me on Green Tea as well, GRNTEA, MAG, and on IG, Twitter, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm
Hit
out
them
here.
up.
Yeah.
Hit them up. Well, thank you for coming on the podcast.
I
It was fun
appreciate
talking to you.
Yes,
Anybody
likewise.
who's single and dating, good luck out there in the new COVID world. Don't get the Rona. If anyone knows of new updates on that too, tag me. That's I'm always interested to see what the world's gonna be doing different after this whole Rona thing happens. So stay safe and thanks for listening. Peace.